How's it, guys? So anyway, in the last video where we done that replica 325i's, I told you we got something planned for a diamond black 325i 4-door with a sunroof. So this is the vehicle that I was talking about. This car is going to be for sale once done, so I'm going to need your feedback on it. I'm going to need a lot of feedback as to what we should do with the vehicle. Should we keep it stock OEM? Should we spice it up a little bit? There is something that I want to do on the suspension and the undercarriage. That's going to be another. It's going to be a nice tweak to the car. So it will be OEM, but it'll have a certain look to it, and I'm going to surprise you guys later on with that. So I'm not going to do anything of that now. Yeah, it's the first video that I'm actually in the video. I am nervous. I don't like videos, so please excuse that. Okay, so anyway, this is a 325i plastic bumper 4-door, right, with the sunroof. The original color of this car is diamond black. The windows are matching as well as the engine. So we have taken the car down. The car has been sprayed already. She's gonna need a serious cut and polish once done, or we're gonna find out how far we're gonna go into it before we do a cut and polish, because the paint is nice and hard now. What we are gonna do is we're still gonna take the car back down. So it's got the suspension on. It's got everything else on. The headlights will get obviously new headlights. The bumper is a second-hand bumper, but a very good bumper, so that'll be restored properly, looking good. The fog lights, the valence you can see is perfectly straight here. So these for example, these bumper shocks here will come out. These will still get up properly. The bolts will get up. So this is basically going to come down to a nut and bolt restoration vehicle. So we don't really tackle them on because the hours going into a nut and bolt restoration car is crazy. But we're going to do this here, and we've got another 325 4-door coming up, but with no roof. So it is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, that color there is the Dolphin Metallic Grey. But that car's also going to be for sale once done. Anyway, let me take you through the vehicle. We're just going to do engine bay check. The interior is out, but I'm going to show you how what we have in mind for the interior. We're going to go for a grey look. It's going to be a grey material look. I'm going to add a picture of that as well. So having seen that, that's the picture that we're going to go for with regards to the interior, and I think that's going to be something nice and comfortable in the vehicle. It's not going to be just your general leather setup. It's going to look nice. So it'll be grey carpet, grey roof liner with the grey material seats, dashboard, center consoles, memory consoles, cubbyhole, kick panel. That will all be done. As for audio, I'm not too sure. We're going to go for something standard and simple. I'll show you now. The backboard is untouched, it's unmolested, so we don't really want to cut into there or do anything radical on that scene there, but we want something decent. So maybe 8-inch limpets, see where we can fit them with a nice set of muds, amp-led radio. That should be something decent. Anyway, let's go through the car. Okay, so the engine bay of this guy is quite decent. There's a lot of rubberizer that's been done to it already, but certain covers we most likely will take off again and then redo. Obviously, being a 325, it is a aircon vehicle, so our plan is to get everything working basically as per original. So, for example, the brake booster will come out. The master cylinder will come out. This will get done. I think I'm most likely going to change it because I'm not too happy about this color here. You can see the harness in this guy is actually quite decent, but there is a problem. No, there's actually no front harness here. So you know what we're going to do there. We're going to have to tackle that. So I would rather opt for, instead of cutting and joining, maybe looking for a decent harness that's probably a 90-95% harness, and then from there repairing that as to really cutting and joining this guy up. So everything is going to be changed here. You'll see here the steering rack, although it looks like a very fresh steering rack, but it's a chrome bumper steering rack. So our plan will be to get the steering rack back to plastic bumper and so on like that. There's been some work done to the suspension bay of the vehicle, and you can see here that the steering rack has been done. We're not too sure how far, but unfortunately we're gonna have to take everything back out again. So engine bay is gonna get done. Obviously this here will all get turned up nicely. This here will get redone. Your boots, your bonnet sponge is gonna be in here. All these nuts and bolts are gonna be redone. Your wiper motor is gonna come out again as per the Shadowline and the other vehicles, and that's going to get done. So again, I'm going to emphasize on this here. This is nothing. It's not just make the car look nice, put a rum on it, get the lights sorted out, put a drop, get it toning nice, and so on again. While we're talking about toning, so I'm gonna ask for your interaction. For the South African fans, you guys know about the power pipes, power flow combinations. I think here we're gonna have to go for something decent. We want it to be nice and loud, but it also depends if we're gonna choose a stock standard OEM look or if we're gonna beef it up and spice it up a little bit. So again, when it comes down to a tune on it, so I'm gonna need you guys to interact with me and tell me what you think about this. And we're gonna, it's either, here's the options here to clear on the engine. We're either gonna go for a stock 2.5 motor, so M20 B25. We're not going multi-valve or anything of the sort. Like I told you that it's got a matching number, or it's a matching number body. We would like to keep the engine matching to the body and keep the authenticity of that. So M20 B25 stock motor, or do we go with a nice 2.8 stroker that we find to be quite reliable? So it'll be a nice, it'll have a lot of grunt when we need it, but it'll also be very drivable, and you'll be able to enjoy the sides of both worlds basically. Then once we've determined that, then we'll obviously determine with your input what exhaust system are we going to go? Are we going to go for something more quiet or something more aggressive, something louder? What are we going to do? I need your help on this here. Then again, for example, what are we going to do with wheels? Do we keep the standard wheels? Do we step up these wheels? Do we go with a style 5 on it? Give me your input. You tell me what you think we should go for on this car. And remember guys, this car is going to be for sale afterwards. So let's go through the rest of it, and then yeah. But again, please follow us on Facebook, that's Ratical Inc. Like and subscribe to our channel, our YouTube channel, which is Ratical Inc 4718. I think, just double check it, it is on the scroll at the bottom. And yeah, let's go through the interior quickly. Okay, so with regards to the interior, I told you, I gave you guys the option of, it's not actually an option, we are going to go with it. Because I think it's going to look good, and I think that it is going to contrast well onto the diamond black. So obviously we know that the dashboard is going to get done, the center consoles, handbrake consoles, etc., is going to get done. We want to go for the grey, and I'm going to add the photo of the grey seats again, and I think that everybody is going to like the set. Again, there was only a handful of material available. We managed to get the material, and we're going to go with it. So obviously the seat in the car is not going to be the comfort seat. It is going to be the Ricardo seat, the South Africans know it, or the E30 Sport seats. We're going to be taking everything out apart again. So we're going to go through, obviously this harness is going to come out. We're going to go through it. The sunroof is going to get done. The rails are going to get done. The window mechanisms are, they're not tired, but they're 30 odd years old. So they're going to get stuffed up. They're going to get done. We're going to clean into the doors. We're going to try and soundproof into the doors properly. Get this car driving quiet. We want it nice and quiet. Look, I do see that there was a little bit of rust on the floorboard that was, they've plated it out. So it is done quite decently. I'll make sure that the bottom is looking good. But we're not going to strip this car. We're not going to paint strip it again. We're not going to panel strip it and carry on with a whole lot of fabrication. You guys have to remember something, is that once we start going into fabrication side of things, like number 6333 that we're talking about, number 6333 has been in fabrication now for the past 5 months. So obviously there's costings allocated to that, and once we've added those costings onto that, it does affect the final price of the car, unfortunately. So on the 325s, because of the amounts that we're running to, we can't also exceed that. It's going to be unaffordable for the end buyer. So we try to play with both worlds, still do the best as possible, but keep the customers happy as well. The bodywork quickly. So what we are planning to do is, I don't want to go with the chroming. I don't like the chroming. Me personally, this is a personal preference. But I also do know that a lot of people do like the Shadowline Black. So the Shadowline Black is where we get rid of all of these here. They get made satin black. So it's all your rain gutter trims, your locks, these trims here, your window, your outside window trims. That will all get made satin black, and I think that it's gonna affect affect it in a positive way. This car will look good once done. Okay, so guys, so basically this is the intro that I had for this vehicle here. We're gonna call it episode 1. I am gonna keep you guys up to date. I'm not gonna tell you again. I'm not gonna tell you what's gonna happen with the suspension on this vehicle or the undercarriage. That was a surprise. I'm doing the surprise on both this car here and as well as the E36 M3 Coupe. So the previous video you guys saw that came out of paint. There was a couple of nitty-gritties on them, on the paint side of things that's got to get sorted out. So what they are doing now is they're trying to polish it out properly, rectify what they got to rectify, and we're hoping to get the car back now this week here, I think by Friday, having this here being a short week. I will be taking you guys through a whole lot of suspension work that we are getting on with regards to the Escorts, the 233s. This guy here, there's another two E30 Tourings that we're busy with as well. There's the German spec that we're busy with, and there's another Escort coming in. That's another one. I'll keep you updated on there, and then obviously we're going to do a feature on the Golf for the guys that's following us on Facebook. You have seen the photos of it. I will post it up again, but we are going to do a full feature on this Golf. This Golf is actually driving. We finally got the cage sorted out on the car. So please stay tuned. Please wait for the next episode to come through. This is something nice and something different. So guys, again, interact with us. Please follow us on Facebook, follow us on TikTok, subscribe to our page, our channel, our YouTube channel. Keep up to date with the builds that we're busy with, the restorations. Again, builds and restorations, two different things. I know my shop is messed up, it's dear my car, but guess what, it's a workshop. Yes, we are going to tidy it up a bit, but we tidy it up in the morning, and by the end of the day, again, it's up to crap. These guys are busy. So this is we're going to finish up with this guy here quickly. Just want to show you for our future builds, not future builds, our current builds and restos that we're busy with. So we're going to be doing a shoot of this here later on. This is the 325 on air, etc, etc, etc. I'm not going to give you too much info on it now. I'm hoping to maybe get an interview with the owner as well. This is the Ratical 2, this is the replica 333 that I've had up as well. We're re-chroming a whole lot of butts on it. We had to do, I'm not going to call it paint correction. We had a mess up with the previous painter that we found out only afterwards. So we actually had to re-spray this guy. We had to do a blow over on this vehicle. So I haven't mentioned it to you guys before. I haven't, and I'm sure there's a lot of people waiting for the final update on this vehicle. Unfortunately, it's not going to be done now in the next week or two. It's going to be in about 3 or 4 weeks because all the chroming is done. And guess what? We're doing chroming by ourselves. So our plating, our powder coating, sandblasting, chroming as well, all done in the shop here. Then I am going to touch base on the E12 535 back there. We are going to start on that soon. We're just trying to sort out the parts that are still short for the vehicle and just trying to get the inventory list sorted out. Then as soon as we have that, we will do a full build view on that as well. There's also the two M5s, E28 M5s that we're busy with. The white one is complete. I will do a shoot of it now in this week here. We will do a video on it. And then we're going to do the video on the henna red one that's also going to Concourse. So mentioning that as well, we've got a meeting with BMW Car Club tomorrow discussing Concourse. So BMW Concourse is going to be on the 20th of August this year. It has not been released, but it has been confirmed. It's going to be taking place at the Mall of Africa. We'll have final information tomorrow, and then thereafter I am going to expose the 6, 7 or 8 cars that we are taking this year to Concourse. So a lot of the builds that you're going to see here, maybe you guys can't get to it, but you are going to get to the Concourse event that's happening in August. You will be able to see the vehicles there. So for example, the 325i is not going to go through, but Ratical 1 is going to go through, Ratical 2 is going to go through. I'm sure Bauer is going to come through for display and show and shine. The E12 we're not going to get ready, but we are going to get the German spec ready for it as well. The E28 M5, and both our aim, we're aiming high for it. We're aiming to get both number 6 and number 27 333s. So, and then we might have another 1 or 2 Aero Silvers coming in, but I think only one of those Aero Silvers are joining us as well. So Concourse this year we might have 3 333s, including the identical replica. So you can see it for yourself there as well. Anyway guys, nice chatting to you.